Zor Deca's base comes with a few parts that are pre-installed and put in place. This includes the push button, the pawl, the spring. These are glued in place. We will begin by greasing the gears first. There are 3 gears in the base, 2 big ones and 1 idler. The idler can be greased on any side. For the big gears, there are smaller gears attached to the top, so the bottom will have to be greased. We will grease one of the big gears first. We recommend that the grease be placed on 3 points. A little goes a long way, so we don't have to put a lot of grease on the gear. This just improves the spinning process. Place the gear into the base carefully. Push the pawl if needed. Spin to make sure it's spinning freely. And then we'll repeat the process for the other gears. Make sure you spin them after placing them in the base to make sure they have been placed properly and are spinning freely. Next up will be the moving blocks. We will grease the teeth in the moving blocks. We recommend greasing the middle of the teeth as that's the piece that touches the gears the most. And that will ensure that the spinning process is smooth. Apply very little grease to these areas, and the gears will help this spread evenly. The last piece to be greased is the thumb block. It is a mating dovetail piece, and we will apply grease to the friction ribs. We will apply very little grease, and once we attach it to the dovetail, the sliding motion will spread the grease evenly. Next, we will attach the fingers to the moving block and the palm block. For this, we need 25mm screws and some washers. Moving block for the fingers is the wider one. We have a spacer that goes on top of it. The bottom of the moving block has walls. On this side, you will put the washers, and the screws will go in through this side as well. It's easier to put this together piece by piece. We recommend putting the spacer on top of the moving block and pushing the screw through on one side. Once that is in, it will be easier to put the second screw in. Once both screws are in place, put the palm block on top of the screws. Hold it the best you can and screw the screws in. You can use the hex driver that we provided or an electric screwdriver. Now that we have the spacer, moving block, and palm block put together, we will attach the fingers. For this, we will use 12mm screws. The fingers have extensions on the end with heat inserts, and the moving block has square pockets that the extensions go in. The fingers face inward to grab the mug. So they will be facing inward and horizontally if you're looking at it top down. So we will insert both fingers into the pockets, add the spacers and the screws, and screw them in. Next, we will attach the thumb to the thumb palm block. The thumb palm block has an extended pocket and a mating dovetail. The thumb comes with a pin attached as well. To figure out the orientation of the thumb, look at the mating dovetail. It should be facing out and the thumb should be facing in the same direction. Once the thumb insert is in the pocket, add the washer and the screw and screw it in. Screw it in lightly to hold in place, not too tight. Next up, we will do a quick check to see that the dovetails are sliding in properly and the fingers and thumb are facing the right direction. Next, we will attach these pieces to the base. We will grab the moving block for the thumb. This has a groove on the left where the pin goes in. We will put this piece on the tongue that sticks out of the base. There are two walls on the underside of the moving block for the thumb. They're going to straddle the wall on the base. Make sure that the piece is pushed all the way to the left. This will ensure alignment when adjusting the mug holder. Move the pawl as needed to make these adjustments. Then we take the fingers piece that is attached to the moving block for the fingers, and with the T facing towards the gear, we put the walls on the wall sticking out of the base. Make sure it's pushed out all the way. This is a crucial step for adjustment of the mug holder once this is all screwed in place. Next, we will grab the top cover. It has a cutout that matches the palm block of the fingers, so it will slide in nicely. Align the four holes and screw the screws in. The screws provided for the top cover are 10mm screws. We will first put the washers in and then the screws and screw them in. The last step of the assembly process is to attach the thumb and the thumb palm block to the fingers palm block. The thumb doesn't get screwed into the base, but it sits on the dovetail that's attached to the fingers. The screw on the thumb has to be loose enough for this to slide on easily. While we do that, we will also insert the pin into the groove. This requires a little bit of wiggling, and that's why we leave the screw loose. Once it sits in the pin properly, we can screw it in tightly and test the clicks. Once everything is screwed in tightly, we will test the adjustments here. Push the pawl in to adjust it out. No need to push it when moving it inward.